Yeah, it will. Of course it will. Yeah. They'll sculpt it and then peel it off when I'm done, I think. Yeah, it'll be good. Alright, let's get things going here. I'm also live on YouTube as well, so there's that. It'll make me another a sign to go up here or something that kind of says, hey, I'm live on YouTube also, so you can kind of jump over there if you wanted to. I'm not really going to watch the chat on TikTok much, just because I'm trying to transition a little bit away from TikTok more to my full content on YouTube, you know, so although I'm on there, I'm also live on YouTube also, which I'm just going live for the first time on YouTube today. Kind of interesting. Anyways, I'm just going to build up a little bit of a base here, and then I'll start to kind of sculpt away here. Thought I'd make a cool little piece of artwork or something. Really waiting for that clay to kind of harden up a little bit so I can use that. I overcooked it so it's like liquefied. I don't know if this is gonna stick. I might have to get something different. Try something different. Like a mylar board or something. So my second sculpture was Monsterclay. So we'll see how it goes. See how it turns out. Trying to see if I can get just the kind of general shape of the head and the forehead there a little bit. Kind of get the nose and that cheek kind of framed in a little bit, and then I can start kind of detailing a little bit. I thought this would be kind of cool, a little bit of a challenge, because I get to kind of imagine, maybe not just sculpt it just like the image is, but I'm gonna bring it down to about right here, I think. Trying to up my game a little bit on the filming. I just want to try like a like, you know, a black background, a black tripod here. Make things really nice and appealing for the video quality, so we'll see how it goes. I took this easel apart probably about 2 weeks ago and finished up its painting. So now it's nice and a dark color. I just did not like the kind of like the pine look of those easels that they sell at Hobby Lobby. You know, it's all right, but I wanted something a little bit more sleek looking. A little bit more sleek. So I'm also live on YouTube as well, which is the first, and I hope to make all of this a live video. So I'll probably do a few sessions of this depending on how long this actually takes me. Kind of just see how it goes. I'm gonna bring it down to about right here, and then I'll kind of start to shape it out. We'll probably make about, I'd say about that big. That'd be kind of cool. I told my wife that I was gonna do this, but I don't think she actually knows I'm actually doing it. I think that camera's kind of bouncing a little bit. I might have to change that later. I got y'all sitting a little bit further back than you usually would have been. Usually you're like way up here on my desk, you know, close by. But I have y'all sitting quite a distance back this time so y'all can get more of a view. Something a little bit different. Let's see how mushy the Monsterclay is. See, I'm gonna bring it around. I'm gonna bring it up and around, and then I'll kind of fill in a little bit of that forehead right there. Then I'll scrape some away up here. So just get some material on the surface there. Welcome in, everybody popping in. This is more of a long process than some of the stuff I do, but the end result will be very, very satisfying. Try to get some material on there. Every time my hands disappear out of the frame, I'm getting more clay, you guys. So that's what's happening when my hands disappear. Just getting more clay. I think I'll tackle the main face, and then I may introduce a hand, perhaps. I really want to get the face first, and then we'll see. You guys seen the price of coffee lately? I'm telling you, it's crazy. I mean, coffee for a large container of it here is almost $10 to $12. I think some places it's like 15 or 20. It's wild. So there's gonna be an eye socket right there, but I need to get that some material built up for that nose. So I'll put a few layers on right there. to grease my chair. It's kind of squeaky. I haven't pulled any tools out yet, so no tools at all. So the head is actually quite turned, so that nose is going to have to go over quite a bit at some point. I'm going to get some forehead built up here. Get that eyebrow line right there. And then I'll push that nose over. And I want that eye to be a little bit visible right here, just barely, before it goes in that cheek right there. And then the upper lip, and then the chin right there. I'll get a little bit more material right here, I think. That eyebrow line goes all the way to the top of the bridge of the nose. And then it comes down and around. So if I want to make it like the image, instead of forward facing and just create it myself, I need to roll that nose to the right. I know that it's kind of weird, but some more of that nostril will be built up right there. She's got her arm up over that eye. She is hiding from us quite well during the ultrasounds. It'll push that cheek down a little bit throughout the process until it kind of brings it down into a small wrinkle there. And there's a cheek right there, so we'll build out a cheek a little bit right there, and then the chin thins out right here, so we'll get that a little bit. All right. Still needs to be more prominent right here. Let me go ahead and do some scraping. Let me get some parchment paper out so I can catch all of this. Do I have parchment paper? 'Tis the question. I'm going to readjust so I can get the... I need to be able to catch some of that. There we go. All right, let's see here. Build it out a little bit more right here. Not a whole lot, just enough for me to shave it down a little bit. Bring that over because it's quite a bit more. Try to bring that down. Let me try to bring that down into this cheek right here. Clay I'm using is really hot, so it's quite liquidy. Because if you go from just the ultrasound, that upper lip on the right hand corner isn't really visible. There's a little bit of indentation there, but add some texture to that later on in the process. So what we'll do is I'll kind of like smooth it out, get it kind of the general shape, and then I'll add in just the rough end of the design before I kind of go back and forth between detailing it, scraping off, adding, scraping off, until I get the general shape that I want, and then I'll detail it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like a really smooth surface in the middle, like the ultrasound, and it's gonna kind of get ripply towards the outside. And then that will be the part that's cut out and then molded. So there's an indentation right there on the ultrasound. But then this part right here is not really visible, but it gets darker right there up to the corner of the nose. And there's probably liquid in front of the in front of the nose, so that nose is gonna have to be scraped down in a minute, and then I'll probably bring out the tip of the nose just a little bit, just because I'm gonna try to make it like the ultrasound, you know. And what we'll do is we'll add a eyelid in a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Get the general shape of an eyelid in there so I can see what it kind of might look like. Make it at least a little bit visually appealing. Mine's more forward facing than the image is, but I think that's okay. Probably I can still rotate the overall design to our right if I need to. So that eyebrow is at a quite high angle. So I'm going to take a little bit of that away. I have aluminum foil here, and hopefully if I do it right, it's going to catch all of my scrapes. I'll just add it back to the pot to be warmed up again. Slight ripple right there. Get some material in there, and then we'll kind of soften the interior of that lower eyelid. Still don't think that needs to be a little bit higher of a trajectory there. I'm going to try to go ahead and bring that down into the actual curvature of that eyelid where the eye's closed, you know. If my proportions are off, I can always correct them in later stages. scrape that down quite a bit. For now, we'll be all right. There needs to be a little bit more material there. Lower upper eyelid needs to be brought down quite a bit. It's more of a subtle eyelid. Take some fine tuning as I get some of the other details in. some out right here. I just create the actual forehead right here above it, and then if it's smooth enough, it'll put this in proportion. Yeah, the nose is going to have to probably come up to about right there, really. Needs to be at an angle. We'll see. I might make a little bit more forward facing. We'll see how it goes. As I start to bring that forward, as I start to bring this forward, if I decide to sink the right hand side in the way it's supposed to be, it'll tilt as I lock in details. All right, right there. I'll be there in a minute, Elena. What's up? Oh, just chilling. I feel like that eye's a little large. Because a lot of it's kind of recessed into the socket. I think that nose needs to be further in. It feels weird to do that though, but I notice the proportions and the way that it's angled. I'll think about that. I might leave. It feels off because I think the eye's a little bit too big compared to that size of that left side of the forehead. For it to look right, I think I need to either A, make the forehead on this side just larger, and it'll bring this eyebrow up a bit. Or I readjust the eye continuously until I get the size that I want. Looks like a potato. It looks like a potato. pissed. I think that eye's a little too big, y'all. The eye's gotta come down or something. Bugging me, girl. The eye's bugging me. The eye's way too high. I think that's the only thing that's throwing me off is the eye. Eyebrows just way too high. that outlet just needs to come down quite a bit. That's all it is. That's starting to look a little bit better. Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit like it should. I think it's a little bit more of a dome shape. Once that eye looks better and I get that nose shape, I think it's going to start coming together. There we go. That's pretty good. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I am. What are you doing? I may have missed you. I just looked up at the comments. I'm sculpting a sonogram. It's pretty cool. Something outside the norm. Gluing shingles on a house. Gluing under a she shed. Up house. Up house. Your main house? Oh, up house. Oh, so you made an up house like a 3D up tumbler? Disney up. You made me think to work. Well, you made me work on that. You made me work to think that. How dare you? Make me use my brain today. I'm experimenting. Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait to see it. I wanna start a Disney collection on YouTube. I just am so busy with this new commission that I just can't keep up. I hope to get caught up soon so I can do some fun projects that I would like to do. Time will tell. I also want to start a Harry Potter collection. Like, even if I don't sell them, because technically it's like, you know, Universal Studios that owns that, you know, but it'd still be cool just to do like a whole collection of them. Oh, would you have to do like lift it up off like the base a little bit more? That's probably what I'm gonna do when I get my next shop going. Is I'm just gonna build my own Turner wall or something. That's the way to go. That way you can design them however you want. Did you do like the balloons on the topper and stuff? I know Burns Boutique did one a long time ago, and some people have done it like that since. I don't know if yours is different than that one. Be cool if it is. Be cool if it ain't. That would be cool. I have a resin 3D printer that I have not even unboxed because my wife is preggo, so I've been just avoiding sales, you know, because we're just not wanting to do epoxy and stuff around her, you know. You know what I mean. It's like everything's been slowed down, and it's good. Otherwise, I may not have time to do this type of stuff, you know, so it wears out. Trying to expand into some other forms of art. I want to start doing molds. But you design your own files for your 3D printer, don't you? That's awesome. That's a whole different skill set. I've never even thought about getting into is making my own files, but eventually I'd like to. That'd be cool. Eventually I want to get some cup stands from Phoenix, or from you, or from whoever, and I want to get the bases. I want them to be skulls. I thought that'd be kind of cool. I mentioned that to Phoenix not too long ago, so maybe we can get something like that going at some point. Get that cheek right there, a little bottom. Lip built out a little bit right there. Give me just a minute, I'll look at the comments again. I'm gonna get this on here real quick. Oh, no, I've been so busy. You have no idea. Well, our kiddos have been sick, and it's just... I've been putting so much time into that spider. You want to see it? Where did I put it? And this has been off camera. Check out this bad boy. I've started clipping the legs off again. It's gonna be a baddie, man. This thing's gonna be sick. Anyways, eventually I'm gonna make a tumbler where it's coming out of the top of the tumbler. One day. I've been putting all my effort into that right now. And I haven't been doing that on live. I'm going to bring that chin down a little bit. Oh, that'd be awesome. But if you're like me, as soon as you get one big order done, you got another big order, and it's just like I've got so many projects lined up that I just gotta just finish them, you know. I never got to finish the Pumpkin King or the Angel. I mean, they're sitting over here ready for the next part of the series, but when an order comes in, it takes priority. You know how it is. Y'all are the same way. Y'all are the same way. It's gonna be cool though. I feel like I'm making a potato head. That's true too. That's very true. Very true. Build up that chin a little bit right there. That's right. The only reason I really feel like I need to get it done is just for the content on YouTube. That's the only reason I feel any rush to finish any of those projects, because I've already started them in like multi-part series. So I just want to get them done and get their content on YouTube. If it weren't for the YouTube content, I wouldn't care about rushing to do any of them. I'll be honest. Whatever's in front of me at the time is what I focus on. That spider one is going to be so wicked when I get done with it. Because I'm going to make it to where I can make multiple styles of legs and like connect them in. That's why the body is losing its legs, is because I'm going to make the arms and the legs detachable so I can put it in an aggressive or a passive state depending on the project. And we're going to make them into, I'm making a mold of it so I can turn it into a Halloween decoration, decor, or I can make a tumbler out of it or anything. It's going to be kind of cool. But right now I'm working on potato head. My potato head? Thank you. Thank you, my potato head is creepy. The atrocity. The atrocity. Oh, the spider? Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Well, so I'm gonna take it up after I do the mold, and I'll have that as just the regular tarantula mold. I'm thinking about making a spider, one of the spiders from Harry Potter game. I thought that'd be kind of cool, like one of the weird monster ones, because I can use the same sculpture to do that, and then I can make another mold for like a monster version of it. I really want to get into mold making. I know it's really expensive to really get going, and it takes a lot of time to build up the first few. But I think it's gonna be really cool to build a cast molds of a lot of the projects. I did it last time. The 3D lounge, yeah. I entered my Grim Reaper gnome in it last time with the resin base and all, and the Grim Reaper staff and the soul. He's holding a soul. That's what I entered last time. I would like to. I haven't looked into it in a while. There's I know it's coming up. I just don't know when it is. And I know exactly what I would make for it already. It'd be a beast of a cup. I mean, you've already talked about it before. Are you gonna enter into it? You are? When's this supposed to start? Do you remember? I need to message I need to message them on Facebook and find out, or log into the Facebook page. I don't get on Facebook much. I need to start getting on there more if that's gonna start being announced. I posted the first time the other day on there in a long time. Starting to shake a little bit of shape. I need to get that nose kind of. Okay, look. Let me know. Let me know. Let me find out. I'll have to set time aside just to build it. And if I'm like, going to start building it now. Let's see. Last time they threw me for. Well, when you come back, let me know. That nose is supposed, that nostril is supposed to be pushed up slightly. No date yet. I'll be honest with you though. Last time, I didn't make it to the final, like what, final 5 or something. I didn't make it that far because it's a vote by, you know. Anyways, the final round between like the last 4 or 5 or whatever was rhinestones, and I was like, I told my wife, I was like, yeah, I'm not too upset that I didn't make it to the final 4, just because I have no interest in rhinestoning, and I'm not willing to spend like $100 in rhinestones for the possibility of winning. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, I know you can. I'm not saying that somebody shouldn't. I'm just saying that that ain't my bag. You know, rhinestones ain't my thing. And I'm not gonna say never, but not right now. Like, it ain't my thing right now. So. Yeah, I wouldn't rhinestone shit. That's why I was like, I'm not upset that I didn't make it, because I don't want to rhinestone nothing. That's the thing right now. I was surprised though. Like, I told Wendy from Gypsy Soul Tribe. I told her that like sculpting is gonna be the next big thing. You know, like sculpting is gonna be it. And instead, rhinestones popped up, and it's like everybody's rhinestoning. Still fun, but I thought sculpting was gonna take over for a while there. I think sculpting has become more popular than it was for sure. I want to start creating my own crafting group though soon. I'm getting to that point where I think I'm going to start doing that soon. I've also thought about doing sculpting lessons, maybe. Starting to do sculpting lessons, private ones. I'm thinking about starting that. I don't know about it yet, but I've been thinking about it for a few weeks now. I'm just letting it smolder. Getting those lips looking pretty good. Started to enjoy them. You started to enjoy with them? You mean, oh, okay. If anybody's wondering, yes, I am still recording on YouTube. I am live on YouTube in landscape mode, so if you want to see this in a landscape, you can do that as well. The clarity, of course, on YouTube is a lot clearer. I've been on live for about an hour and a half. I don't know if I want to add any of that water texture. Like, I don't know if I want to make it super smooth or if I want to go ahead and... I don't know quite yet, because it has like the ultrasound water in there. I just don't know if I want to add that to the sculpture. I just don't know. I really want to enter into it. I probably will. Let's be honest. I'm one of the only guys that do 3D tumblers, and I'd like to keep that going. Like, I'm not saying I'm the only guy, like, totally, but I don't know any others that are dudes. I gotta represent y'all. I gotta represent the dudes. Usually it's the other way around. I gotta say, I gotta represent the chicks. I gotta represent the dudes in 3D sculpting, y'all. These tumblers. I'm gonna bring, I don't know why. I added that right there, and I don't know why I did. This eye just feels so off to me, you guys. I know it's probably not as much as I think it is, but, and you are looking at it from the angle, kind of. The eye feels too high still. Because it has the eye that comes up. Top of the bridge of the nose is right there. There's your eyebrow line, roughly. I think that needs to come down to like right there. Or maybe like right there. I think so. I will get it right. Oh, don't drop the clay on the floor. I will get it right. I will. Zip, zap, zoo, I choose you. It's gotta be ultra smooth right there along that forehead line. Yeah, now you got me excited. I want to do the 3D tumbler challenge, even if I don't do rhinestones in the last round. I don't think that my name is synonymous enough to garnish enough votes for the final round, though, but it'd still be fun to put out a piece of art. Then again, they may put out, I mean, obviously they're going to put out rules for the sponsors they have because they wanted to use the sponsors' materials. That's why they did rhinestones last time. So. There we go. Let's see if you got that. I think that eyebrow line looks a lot better than it did before. There's some ripples there from the amniotic fluid. And I don't know if I want to include that yet. I think it would be cool to have it ripply on the exterior of the sculpture. of a that lip needs to be soft. Okay, I like that. That looks really good. The top lip. I think the bottom lip needs a little bit more build right here. Right there. And it needs a little bit more of a lip right here. And it just needs to be smoothed and then rolled upward. I'm scraping the bottom of my clay barrel here to get some clay that's warm. I'll round that chin off in a minute and get that squared up the way it's supposed to be. There you go, little buddy. That lip is starting to get there. I need to smooth. Hopefully the clay's still warm enough to use a silicone tip. Now this is Monsterclay, by the way, you guys. If y'all are wondering why it has that brown tone, this is not Sculpting original. This is Monsterclay. Trying to get good at Monsterclay so that I don't have to keep wasting money on Sculpting clay anymore. Instead, I'll just make molds of all of my products and I'll be able to drive down the price of everything. 'Tis the way. Everything will still be hand painted, but and you'll still get my sculpture. It just won't be a fully sculpted by hand original. It'll be a reproduction. that upward. There we go. Roll that upward a little bit and smooth it right there. A little bit of a gap there between the two, but not much. There we go. Now that's getting there. I like that. Nice smooth. Yeah, a little bit more material right here. So you gotta sit back and look at it from an angle. All right. Oh, no. looks like a mean potato. A little mean potato. That upper lip needs to be rolled up just a tad. Just a little bit, just barely enough to make a difference. I don't know if that, I guess it does a little bit. I didn't have one more. Right there. It's a little better. I just think I had enough material there. That's all it was. It just didn't feel right for some reason. It's a little potato baby. Let me bring that forehead down a little bit. Bring that chin up. Yep. Oops. Oops. Only bad thing about gloves is sometimes something sticks to it and you don't know it's there really. Bring that chin up a little bit more in a minute, maybe. Alright guys, I'm going to take a quick break. And I'm going to get me something to drink. Go to the bathroom. And then I'm going to smooth out that forehead. And then I'm going to add a little bit of smoothness to this. Try to smooth that out a little bit right there. Get that eye looking good. I feel like if we can get the eye looking right, then I think it'll really come together. Okay, I get going, guys. I can't stop. Whew. All right, I'll be right back. Be right back.
bathroom.
Okay, go potty. Careful. Quiet, okay? All right. Don't do it. Donna Marie. Donnie? Donna Marie. Welcome in. Welcome. Trying to get that eye just looking right. I have it slightly facing more forward than the image. Slightly. So I'm thinking I'm generally really liking the shape of the jaw. Just need to keep taking a little bit of away at a time until I get the general shape. And that nose, I still gotta work on the nose a little bit. Build up just a tad more material right there. What are you doing? Are you watching your show?
I want to watch you.
Alright, then you have to be quiet, okay?
What was that?
Oh, I'll move the spider.
Can I watch something on your maybe?
No, you may not. You can watch what's in there on the TV, or you can kind of sit here and chill. Do not touch the clay, it's hot, okay?
Too hot?
Who am I building?
Huh?
Who am I building?
Baby Sissy.
Baby Sissy?
Yeah.
Does it look good so far?
You're not doing the same one.
What do you mean I'm not doing the same one?
You could use this for eye.
Huh?
You could use this for eye. Like.
I'm not putting a googly eye in there. Look. You goof. You goober. You're a goof. She's gonna see this one day and she's gonna say, "What did you do to me?" It was kind of cool though, seeing the baby, right?
Yeah. Can I paint something in here?
Here in a little while, I'll let you paint some, okay? Wait till Mommy gets home and she can watch Hunter.
Yeah. And I want.
I got some stuff you can paint. Stop touching tools, okay? They're dirty. I don't want you to get wax all over your fingers.
And Daddy,
Huh?
I want to paint. Can I paint? You can color. You can follow the lines on the paper, and then I can paint it.
I think we're gonna paint Diglett tonight. Would that be fun?
I want to paint it. I want you to follow my.
We will not whine. No whining.
My picture of my line. The lines of my picture.
Oh, that.
And I want to paint.
Oh, the one you did the other day.
Yeah.
The one that I traced on the iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That sounds good.
Please, can we do it?
I'll print it off in a little bit, but not right this second.
And you can use gel. Like, I remember the other day you were trying to make me.
Wild animals. Little monkey.
Daddy, remember this picture?
I do. You painted that.
Yeah, and you drew it. And then.
I drew that, yeah. And I drew it, we printed it off, and you painted it.
Yeah, I wanted to do the same thing.
You do?
Yeah. Because I thought it would be so cool for Mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
You really think the googly eye looks good here? I don't know, kiddo.
Yeah.
Okay. Little googly eye there. You're a googly eye.
What, Daddy?
You goober.
I love googly eyes.
It's
Look
cool.
on it.
It's adding a certain quirkiness to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does it feel like it's watching you?
Yeah.
I'm watching. Always watching. Who's that? Who's that?
I don't know.
Monsters Inc. Always watching.
He's watching.
Alright, back up a little bit.
Daddy, can I put that plant up there?
No, not right now.
Please.
Are you done watching your show?
No.
You're still watching it?
Yeah.
Okay, go back in there. Stop moving my chair, please. Huh?
I can't. Daddy,
Yeah, hon.
I'm hungry.
I told you when he wakes up, then we'll have a snack. Until then, just be quiet. Like, we're gonna stay quiet, okay?
Like, yeah.
You will. You will.
I'm hungry.
Hey,
Yes.
do not wake him up from his nap. He'll be cranky. Look at me. Do not wake him up. Okay? I don't know. I think I might put that arm up there. Yeah, I know the googly eye just looks weird. it's about time to start locking in major details now. It's Princess Castle. I just still feel so off to me. I don't know why. I don't know why. It needs to be nice and soft. There needs to be a little bit of material right there. let's tackle that little nose. Let's think here. And that eye's starting to look a little bit better now. Now that I've brought the material up around that cheekbone there. I still think that the material needs to be blended right here. So I think I need there's a recess there, but not a whole lot of one. So just bring that down just a bit. What do you think? I think that looks pretty daggone good. Bring some material right there. There we go. That's looking good. I like that. That looks good. I like that. All right. It's really getting there. I think that eye needs to be kind of blended in. Well, picture if she takes her arm across her chest there, and then she puts her hands up in front of her face, and she was a ornery little thing. She did not want to have her picture taken. Hey, Lori. I don't know if you're still in here, Lori, but I may have missed. Donna Marie said hey too. Sorry I missed that, Donna. Hope y'all doing great. If I missed your comment, I do apologize. Sometimes I get in the zone. That's why I always put, hey, I may not be watching the comments, you guys. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm also live on YouTube as well. That's the first time I've ever gone live on YouTube. And I'm going to see how difficult it will be to save data onto YouTube. So that'll be something interesting. All right, let me tackle that nose. I'm thinking it's looking pretty good so far, though. It's got a little bit more material on the bridge. Lori! Hope you're having a great day. I saw you live the other day, and I was so busy I wasn't able to pop in. I do apologize. I always try to pop in everybody's lives if I can. Been busy, busy, busy. I've been trying to, when I'm with the kids, I've been trying just to focus on just the kids, you know what I mean? So when I'm home in the afternoons with family, it's just straight up family time, no. You get what I'm saying. I've been trying to sit my phone off to the side at least a little bit when I'm with them. My son's got to the point now where he says, Dad, TikTok. Dad, TikTok. I'm like, oh, Lordy. And my daughter will guilt trip me about having my phone out and stuff, so I get to that stage where they notice things. It's looking pretty good. That bridge of that nose is a little bit steady. Oh yeah, we got the third on the way. Surely do. Sure do. Yeah, this is our 3D ultrasound stuff. Only one we've ever done a 3D ultrasound for. You know, it's kind of a newish thing that people are doing. It's just the first time we've been able to do it. And I'm glad we did. I know my wife really enjoyed it. Being able to see the baby as we did. It's kind of cool. So I decided, you know what, I got that thing. I was like, you know what, I can make that into a 3D sculpture, and I'm going to have fun challenging myself with it. Now this is Monsterclay, so it's something new. Something's relatively new. It has the same consistency as Sculpting original. I know, right? I'm going to make a model of it, and then there's another one of the baby with the hand, all 5 fingers on the back of the head. She was trying to hide from the ultrasound person. And I think that I might sculpt the fingers either above or below, maybe. I gotta take some of that chin off right there, but yeah, I'm thinking about doing that too, so I can just challenge myself to sculpt the fingers. And we'll just see where it goes. I might do a picture of, make a little frame and do a little cast of this, and put the confetti that we did with the ginger reveal balloon in like a baggie or in like a shadow box or something, and then this will be casted and just spray painted like pink or white or something. Just something simple. I'm not gonna just sculpt it to destroy it, you know. Oh no, not till July. We got a while. Got a long time yet. I'm hoping for July 4th. Have an Independence baby. I kind of need to add a little bit of material to the tip of that nose. Just a little bit to the tip up there. My nose is too pointed. I need to bring that down a bit. I need to bring those nostrils a bit. Josephine. That's a great name. Oh, that's so exciting. Have they set it up to where are y'all gonna watch? Is that their first? Are you gonna watch? Do they have another child, or are you gonna watch them while they're in the delivery? Man, I'm telling you, they're gonna be busy, busy, busy. Not like that busy. I mean, like, just they're gonna be tired, you know. They came across wrong. You did? Wow. Back to back. Was that planned, or was that just a fun accident? One of our friends just did that as well. They're having a baby back to back too. They go to the same daycare as we do. It's quite interesting. At least you can get all the diapers and stuff out of the way early. In a way, you know. What do you think, guys? I think that upper lip needs a little bit more material. They are 36 and 36 now. And Riley is 14. I remember Riley. She was in the crafting room with you one time, wasn't she? She's gonna be an artist too, right? She's a crafter. I haven't talked to Greg in a while. I know that's a jump in a subject, but have you talked to Greg in a while? Is he all right? I haven't been seeing him on lately. Or maybe it could be just me that's not being on as much, I guess. Feels that way. I've been just so absorbed with YouTube too. I've been trying to post content over there. So. There we go. That's looking good. I'm gonna add a little bit more material to that upper lip before I finish out that nose. All right. That's awesome. So he's busy. Hopefully he met a sweetheart that likes to craft, right? That'd be awesome. Having a crafting buddy. My wife doesn't craft as much as she used to, and that's okay. Look at those wrinkles on that forehead. They look like a little old man. Little potato baby. There we go. Gotta get that roll over on that upper lip pretty good because it's a real roll. It's kind of like a double edge right there. Push some upper lip into that lower lip there. Try to make that look like it's supposed to. There we go. What do you think, guys? I really do think it's getting there. That was a small sculpture, but pretty cool. Sorry if I missed any of your comments there, Lori. A tiny diny? I've never seen that one before. Thank you. You don't have to do all that, Laura. That's funny. Yeah, it's okay. I think that even if somebody disappears from the crafting group, then I think everybody knows that they're around. They're just busy, or life and things like that. What's going to be a bummer though is if and when TikTok gets destroyed, which one day either A, it's going to get regulated, thanks Facebook, or it's going to disappear. Hopefully some of us can find each other on other platforms. Hopefully. All right, let me get a little bit of clay on that lip there. I think it just needs a little bit, not much at all. And then I'm gonna kind of get that nose fixed up there. There's a little bit, and it's probably the angle too. There's a little bit of a lip there. A little bit of more material on the right hand side right now where that lip is filling out. And I want to try to get it to where that crease looks not so big. I saw a comment that you said about her being a crafter also. Sonnet Myrtle. I'll have to look her up. If you have one of her TikToks pulled up somewhere, send it to me. I don't know. Do babies' nostrils don't open until later in the process? I don't think, right? I don't know. Otherwise, because their lungs aren't fully developed, right? But they have the crease there. Is there a nostril? The things you learn trying to sculpt something, I'm telling you. I'll put a little bit of thank you very much. I'll check her out when I get down here. I've only been live for 2 hours. Like I said, this is mostly to see how I can transfer my instrument, like the live on YouTube, into a video that I can time lapse and then produce. So I'm live on YouTube now too, to try to See how that works out. Of course, nobody knows I exist over on YouTube, but it's still there. All right, be right back, guys. I gotta let my little youngin' out. I'm coming, homie. Where did my be right back sign go? There it is. Be right back. Be right back to my potato head. I'm coming, bud. Hey, he's coming out to play, okay? How much did they play? All right. Did you poop? You did? I'll do that. Change you first. Okay. Good job, buddy. he wants to watch truck.
Can you watch the cartoons?
No, he wants to watch YouTube, baby.
I don't want to watch the YouTube.
Well, that's the one he wants to do. You have to sit down. Sit down, get your chips. That's what you want, okay? Dad's gonna get ready to cook some stuff in a minute, okay?
Can we watch that Play-Doh?
Come on, what you want? Hunter, which one do you sit? Which one do you want, Hunter? You can choose any of these. What?
I wanted to choose Play-Doh.
Oh, hold on.
I love the Play-Doh.
Yeah, she's wrong. You're not the one who you can choose at no time, okay? Alright, Hunter, you got to choose. Alright, guys. There you go. Dad's gonna get ready to fix supper in a minute, okay? Alrighty. Let's see here. I think that eye looks okay. I don't know. I think I'm gonna break YouTube going live for so long. I am back. I'm gonna make a new sound for this here soon. I'm excited about making that. It's gonna be like all metallic and rusted looking. It's just gonna say, be right back. All right.
That is good.
All right. That nose. It needs material a little bit right here on the bridge. It needs a little bit right there. we were at the ultrasound, me and my wife said, "Man, that's a big nose." It's just the angle, you know, but it's kind of funny. I was thinking that this could be kind of a new venture that I could start, or just sculpt ultrasound 3D images and make casts out of them, like silicone molds, and send them to people so they can have the actual casts. I thought that'd be kind of cool. We'll just see how this one goes and how confident I feel in doing that. It's kind of a big undertaking to sculpt somebody's baby, and then if it doesn't come out right, it's just like, oh no, that baby's ugly. I think y'all know what I mean. Like, sometimes people are particular about certain things, and I think babies are one of them. So we'll see how things go. Alright, that looks pretty good, but I need to round it off just a tad. There we go, it's looking pretty good right there. Smooth that out a little bit, make it look a little bit more, a little bit flatter, like it's not fully developed yet, you know, because it's technically not. Just bring the tip down just a little bit, and it's still deeper or bigger than it was. It's just a little bit. I'm trying to find that perfect medium between kind of like new and a live, like real baby, and what the ultrasound shows with the liquid and stuff, because it's ripply, you know. Just got a lot of fluid around it and stuff, so just trying to find that perfect balance between the two. right there. Still not as soft as I'd like for it to be, but it's getting very, very close. Same for this cheek right here. It needs a little bit smooth. There we go. Start to smooth that out a bit. It just needs to be a softer eye than what it is, I think. Bring that down a little bit because it's kind of almost. This jawline here needs to be a little bit softer right here. Just wait. I think a little better smooth. I think that looks pretty good right there. It's just supposed to be a smooth transition from here into there. The jawline down almost at a straight angle here. And I still think that is a little high. I think I would need to bring that down just a little bit more. To about right there. So that eye line would be about there. About like that. I think that looks better. It's just a centimeter. I'll be there in a minute, Elena. Lord have mercy, kid. Kids are crazy. Wild animals. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there for today. That's session number 1. I'm going to post that to YouTube, so we'll see how that actually turns out. Something new. Something new. Appreciate y'all stopping in. I'll catch you guys later.